Go ahead, Mataji. Madhumai Krishna Kant.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अति सुकुमार कर चरण उरस्थल विपुल बाह्वंस गलवदनादि अवयवा विन्यासः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभाव हास सुमुखः नवनलिन दलायमान शिशिरतारा अरुणायत नयन रुचिरः सदृश सुभग कपोल कर्ण कंठन्यासः विगूढस्मितवदन महोत्सवेन पुरवनितानां मनसि कुसुमशरासनम् उपदधानः पराक् अवलम्बमान कुटिल जटिल कपिशकेश भूरिभारः अवधूत मलिन निज शरीरेण गृहीतः इव अदृश्यता। थैंक यू माताजी।
Thank you, Krishna. Vijay Kumari Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी। अदि सुकुमार कर करणोस्थल विशल भाग्य हंस कलवदनानिधि अवयव विन्यासः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभावः सुमुखो नवनलिन तलायावान विशिद तारारुणयदनयन रुचिरः स्तुरु शशुभद कबोल कर्णकण्डदसो विशः स्मृति वदन महोत्सवेन पुर वनिदानां मनसि कुसुम सरासनम् उबददान पराक् अवलम्बमान कुटिल जटिल कविशकेश भूरिभारो अवधूत मलिन निज शरीरेण गृहीत इव दृश्यत। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
Thank you, Krishna. Surekha Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम। अति सुकुमार कर चरणारो स्थल विपुल भाव अंश गल वन वदनादि अव्यय विन्यासः प्रकृतिर्सुंदर स्वभावः हास सुमुखो नवनलिन दलायमान शिशिर तारानु अन्यता नयन रुचिरा सदृश सुभग कपोल कर्णकंठनासो विगूढ़स्मित वदन महोत्सवेन पुरा वनिता मनसि कुसुमा सारासनम उपगधानं पराग अवलंबमान कुटिल जटिल कपिश केश भूरि भारो अवधूता मलिन निज शरीरेण ग्रहिता इव अदृश्यता। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Krishna. Chitramohini Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते सुकुमार कर चरणो ऊरस्थल विपुल बाह हंसगल वदना आद्य अवयवा विनाश्यः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभाव आस सुमुखो नवनलीन दलायमान शिशिरातार अरुणायत नयन रुचिरः सदृशसु भग कपोल कर्ण कंठनासो विगूढ़स्मित वदन महोत्सवेन पुरवनितानां मनसि कुसुमाशरासनम् उपदधानः परागवलम्बमान कुटिल जटिल कपि केश भूरि भारो अवधूत मलिन निज शरीरेण गृहीत इव अदृश्यत। हरे कृष्ण माता।
Thank you, Krishna. Shubha Rao Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अति सुकुमार करणोचरः स्थल विपुल बाह्वं सगल वदनाद्यवयन् विन्यासः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभावः ससुमुखो नवनलिन दलायनमान शिशिर तारारुणायतन यन रुचिरः सदृश सुभग कपोल कर्णकंठ नासो विगूढ़ स्मित वदन महोत्सवेन पुरवनितानां मनसि कुसुम शरासनमु उपदधानः परागवलम्भमान कुटिल जटिल कपिश कपिशकेश भूरि भारोः अवधूतमलिन निज शरीरेण गृहगृहीत इवादृश्यता। हरे
थैंक यू कृष्णा। मधु माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अति सुकुमार कर चरणोरः स्थिल विपुल बाहु अंसगल वदना आदि अवयव विन्यासः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभाव हास सुमुखो नवनलीन दलायमान शिशिर तारारुणायतन नयन रुचिरः सदृश सुभग कपोल कर्ण कंठनासो विगुडस्मित वदन महोत्सवेन पुरवनीतानां मनसि कुसुम शरासन मुपद धानः परागवलंब मानकुटिल जटिल कपीश केश भूरि भावो अवधूत मलिन निज शरीरेण ग्रह गृहीत इवादृश्यत। थैंक यू माता जी।
थैंक
हरे
यू
कृष्ण।
कृष्णा। अंजलि माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण। अति सुकुमार करण चरण उरहा स्थल विपुल बाहु असा गलवंदना आदि अवयवा विन्यासः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभाव हास समुखो नवनलिन दलायमानः शिशिरतारा अरुण आयत नयन रुचिरः सदृश सुभग कपोल वर्ण कंठनास विगुढस्मित वदन महोत्सवेन पुरनीतानां मनसि कुसुम शरासनम् उपदधानः पर्व अवलम्बमान कुटिल जटिल कपीश केश भूरि भारः अवधुतमलिन निज शरीरेण ग्रह गृहीत इवा अदृश्यत। हरे कृष्ण माता
थैंक
जी।
यू कृष्णा। प्रफुल्ला माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अति सुकुमार कर चरण रो स्थल विपुल बाहु अंश गल वदनादि अवयव विन्यास प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभाव हास सुमुख नभ नलिन दलायमान शिशिर तरुणयत नयन रुचिरः सुदर्श सुभाग कपोलकर कंठनासो विगूढ़स्मित वदनः महोत्सेवन पुरवनितानां मानसि कुसुम सरासनम् उपदधेनान् परागवलम्बमानः कुटिल जटिल कपीश केश भूरि भारो अवधूतमलिन निज शरीरेण ग्रह गृहीत इव दृश्यते। हरे
थैंक
कृष्ण
यू
प्रभु
कृष्णा।
माता जी।
श्रीनिवास राव प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अति सुकुमार कर चरणोरः स्थल विपुल बाहु अंसगल वदनाध्यवय विन्यास प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभावः स सुमुखो नवनलिन दलायव मान शिशिर तारा तारारुणय तनय नरुचिरः सदृश सुभुग कपोल कर्ण कंठ नासो विगुढ स्मित वदनम् अहोत्सवेन पुरवनितानां मनसि कुसुम शरासनम् उपददानः परागवलम्भमान कुटिल जटिल कपिश केश भूरि भारो वधुतमलिन निज शरीरेण गृह गृहीत इवा दृश्यता। हरे कृष्ण माता।
थैंक यू कृष्णा। रेवती माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। अति सुकुमार कर चरणोर स्थिल विशल भाव आंसः कलवतनादि अव्यय विन्यसाः प्रकृति सुंदर स्वभाव हास सुमुगो नवनलीन तालायमान शिशिरा तारुण्याद नयना रुचिर सदृश सुभग कपोल कर्ण कंड नासो विशट स्मिता वदन महसवेन बुरवनिधना मनसि कुसुम सरासनम् उपादददान परो अवलंबमान कुटिल जटिल कविस केश भूरि बारो अवधूत मलिन निज शरीरणे गृह गृहीत इवा दृश्यतः। हरे कृष्ण
Nice.
माता जी।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. अति सुकुमार कराचरणोरा स्थाला विपुला भाव अंशा गलावदनादि अव्यया विन्यसा प्रकृति सुंदरा स्वभावहा सा सुमुखा नवनलीन दलया मना शिशिरातर अरुणया नयना रुचिरा सदृशा सुभाग कपुल कर्ण कंठनाशो विगुदस्मिता वदना महोत्सवेना पुरा वनिताना मनसि कुसुम सरशनम उपदधाना पराग अवलंबमाना कुटिल जटिल कपिश केश भूरि भारो अवधूत मलिन निज शरीरेना गृहा गृहीता इव दृश्यत। अति सुकुमार, very delicate, kara, hands, charan, feet, urasthal, chest, vipul, long, bahu, arms, ansh, shoulders, gala, neck, vadan, face, adi, and so on. Avyaya, limbs, vinyasaha, properly situated. Prakriti, by nature. Sundar, lovely, subhava, natural. Has, with smiling. Sumukha, his beautiful mouth. Navanalina dalaya man, appearing like the petals of a new lotus flower. Shishira, taking away all miseries. Tar, the irises. Aruna, reddish. Ayat, spread white. Nayana, with eyes. Ruchira, lovely. Sadrisha, such. Subhag, beauty. Kapula, forehead. Karn, ears. Kantha, neck. Nasa, his nose. Vigudasmita, by deep smiling. Vadan, by his face. Mahat Utsavena, appearing like a festival. Pura Vanita Nam, of woman within household life. Manasi, in the heart. Kusuma Sarashanam, Cupid. Upadadhana, awakening. Parak, all around. Avalambhamana, spread. Kutila, curly. Jatila, matted. Kapisha, brown. Kesh, of hair. Bhuribhara, possessing a great abundance. Avadhuta, neglected. Malina, dirty. Nija sharirana, by his body. Griha grihita, haunted by a ghost. Iva, as if. Adrishyata, he appeared. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I think all of you can recite this on your end, the whole verse. Lord Rishabdev's hands, feet, and chest were very long. His shoulders, face, limbs were all very delicate and symmetrically proportioned. His mouth was beautifully decorated with his natural smile, and he appeared all the more lovely with his reddish eyes, spread wide like the petals of a newly grown lotus flower, covered with dew in the early morning. The irises of his eyes were so pleasing that they removed all the troubles of everyone who saw him. His forehead, ears, neck, nose, and all his other features were very beautiful. His gentle smile always made his face beautiful, so much so that he even attracted the hearts of married women. It was as though they had been pierced by arrows of Cupid. About his head was an abundance of curly matted brown hair. His hair was disheveled because his body was dirty and not taken care of. He appeared as if he were haunted by a ghost. Puppet by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although Lord Rishabdev's body was very much neglected, his transcendental features were so attractive that even married women were attracted to him. His beauty and dirtiness combined to make his beautiful body appear as though it were haunted by a ghost. Omagyantimirandasya Gyananjanjalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dinbandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanuste Devi Pranamami Haripriya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shnivadi Paschate Deshatarine. Lord Rishabh's hands, feet, chest were very long. His shoulders, face, and limbs were all very delicate and symmetrically proportioned. His mouth was beautifully decorated with his natural smile, and he appeared all the more lovely with his reddish eyes, spread wide like the petals of a newly grown lotus flower covered with dew in the early morning. The irises of his eyes were so pleasing that they removed all the troubles of everyone who saw him. His forehead, ears, neck, nose, and all his other features were very beautiful. His gentle smile always made his face beautiful, so much so that he even attracted the hearts of married women. It was as though they had been pierced by arrows of Cupid. About his head was an abundance of curly, matted brown hair. His hair was disheveled because his body was dirty and not taken care of. He appeared as if he were haunted by a ghost. Okay, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, the creative impetus, chapter number 5, which is entitled as Lord Rishabhdev's teachings to his
Sons.
sons. And we are the part of the chapter where Lord Rishabhdev's beautiful body is described. His bodily features, yesterday we discussed that Lord Rishabhdev, we cannot understand who Lord Rishabhdev is. That's why people who were, when he was roaming around in various places on earth, people were doing all kinds of offenses towards his body, but he was completely aloof and he knew what is what, right? This is what we discussed, what is body, what is spirit, and what I am really. In this verse, there is more meditation on the bodily feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Rishabhdev. Why is this so important to meditate on the bodily features of Supreme Personality of Godhead? There are many reasons. One is to defeat the Mayavad philosophy that God is impersonal. God is not impersonal. There are features described. We are looking here. Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukdev Goswami is singing. Vyasdev is recording. Right? And the other is that if we meditate on the features of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our attraction for other things in the material world gets shrink. We don't, because here, now if you are attracted to somebody whose body is so proportionately balanced or symmetrical, we will not be attracted to the body which is not symmetrically balanced, because now we have seen in Srimad Bhagavatam, this is what it is. Okay, so there are various reasons why one needs to meditate on Krishna's body, Krishna's transcendental body, and situate that in the window of one's mind and look at that as a goal. Otherwise, the mind will make its own goal and will be going hither and thither. So, other thing is, Prabhupada explains that in this particular verse that Krishna, his body is Ananda Chinmaya Rasat Pratibhavita Abhi. So means his body is not material, it's spiritual. We have a difference between spiritual body and a material body, but Krishna does not have a difference. His spiritual body, material body is one thing. Right? Because there is no difference in Krishna. Krishna is all spiritual. So Rishabhdev's body, even though he's externally showing there is difference, but actually there is no difference because we can see from the proportion, from all the marks on the body, that it is transcendental. But we don't have the eyes, right? We need the eyes to see that. What is that verse in Parma Samhita? What is the verse? Premanjana chulita bhakti vilochanena shanta sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti. So premanjana chulita bhakti vilochanena. We need that ointment of love in the eye, through which we can see that Krishna is indeed spiritual and it's not material. Mayavadis cannot believe that there is God with body. So because they're so fed up, they're so fed up with the material conception of the body, and the body dies. According to them, having a body means birth, death, old age, disease. And Krishna or God cannot go through this cycle. This is correct. God cannot go through the cycle. Therefore, God will not have the body. Prabhupada calls this as the logic. Logical conclusion. So he gives an example. I'm forgetting the Sanskrit part, but Prabhupada gives an example. Let's say there are two logicians sitting. One logician is there is a crow, and then there is a palm fruit. So one logician says that the crow sat on the palm fruit, therefore the palm fruit fell on the ground. And the other logician says, no, the palm fruit was already on the ground, therefore the crow sat on the palm fruit. So Prabhupada explains that this kind of a conversation or logic has no meaning in Krishna consciousness, because it's Krishna's knowledge, or knowledge about Krishna is not dependent on any logic. It's not dependent on any gyan. But we are so proud. So Prabhupada was giving an example that he had a friend who was in Mayavad. He said it was this person in Mayavad, and then he was arguing with Srila Prabhupada when Prabhupada was still Grahastha, that God cannot have the body. So Prabhupada said, how do you know God cannot have the body? You have not seen everything. How do you say that? He said, no, I just say it cannot have the body. Said, okay, because okay, then Prabhupada said, I gave him an example that there is this 60 feet tall palm tree, coconut tree, 60 feet tall, and on top of the tree, coconut fruit is there, and in the coconut there is husk, there is pulp, there is water. Okay, then Prabhupada said, now Prabhupada asked his friend, now where is the pipeline that takes water in the fruit? Can you explain where is the pipeline? And the friend said, no, I cannot explain. Said, if you cannot explain what is right in front of you right now, how can you explain Krishna, which is not even visible to you? How can you explain Krishna? So description of Krishna's body is actually very refreshing to the mind, because there is no deficiency. Our body in the material world has so many deficiencies. That is why there are so many salons, right? There's so many makeup classes. Yes, there are so many kinds of techniques. Yes, there's so many kind of techniques to do makeup. Right?
Yes, Mataji.
There's so many unending. I mean, there are big shops in America. It's like a millions and millions of dollar business. My goodness. So whenever I pass by the shop, I said, my goodness, we are trying to cover up our imperfections with something which also does not stay, right? Because we have this consciousness, this desire to be perfectly beautiful without any flaw. Anybody here who wants a beauty full of flaws? No, skin with a lot of problems, eyes with a lot of issues, no eyelashes, eyebrows which are not proper. Anybody in this classroom wants to have a body like that?
No, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
So we have this concept of having a perfect beauty, perfectly nicely carved out features, right? Where is this coming from? It is coming from Krishna. How do we even have this conception? You see, if you go to plastic surgery, they do all these surgeries, right? Rhinoplasty or this of so many surgeries to correct the makeup portion of somebody's body, because they don't think that their face or their body looks like the way they want it to look like. So the surgeon comes with a knife and corrects the problem. But the original question is still not answered. Where is this concept even coming from? Where is it originating from, that this is the definition of a beauty? Because it's coming from Atma. Why? Because Atma is beautiful. Why? Because Paramatma is beautiful. Krishna is beautiful. So we always hover on the superficial platform. We always are trying to do the patchwork. It's called patchwork, right? We patch it up. We don't really go deep. Nobody talks and teaches us or sits down with us that, okay, actually you're not the body. No matter what you do to the body, this body will always have some sort of imperfection. This body will always be a source of embarrassment. It's a source of embarrassment, right? Because what does Devatas say? Human body, or the body that smells, the body that has sweat, right? Or Rukmani or Krishna's conversation in Krishna book, where we hear when Krishna was teasing Rukmani by saying Is Rupa Mataji here? She is the guru of Krishna book. Can you say what was the conversation? Krishna was teasing Rukmani by saying that you are so beautiful, you deserve someone who was more handsome, who could give you more protection. See where I put you. I put you in a kingdom called Dwarka under the ocean. I'm so coward. So Krishna was teasing like that. And he said, okay, now you feel free to go and marry anyone you like. Rukmani fell unconscious listening to this comment from Krishna. Oh my God, Krishna, you're saying that to me? So Krishna got bewildered that, my goodness, what happened? So they brought her back to consciousness, and then Rukmani started saying, you see, you're telling me to marry someone else and other man's body full of dirty nails, dirty breath, the dirty hair. I'm not making up. This is a conversation which really happens in Krishna book. Dirty, all body always dirty, which needs cleaning. Your body is transcendental. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are Nava, you are Vinamcha. You're always fresh. Why would I go to anybody else? So this is true for anyone, male body or female body or child body or whatever body. It is the nature of the body, because we are not the body, but we have desire which is not being fulfilled by this body. That's why we keep on changing body, thinking that this body will change, this body will change, this body will change. But no body will change. Nobody will meet that desire that we have for perfection. Only our spiritual existence will do that. So that way develops a little bit of a detachment that, okay, this is the best I can get. Take care of it. I'm not saying. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in Hari Bhakti Vilas that one must take care of the body very nicely. He even mentions about exercising. Right? Take care of it, but don't get so attached to it, because this is not the goal. You'll never be able to meet that goal. Okay, but on the contrary, if we meditate on Krishna's body, then we become liberated. I'll give you a verse from Chaitanya Bhagavad. This is Adi Khand, the first chapter, where the author, Vrindavan Das Thakur, he's paying obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is the first verse of the first chapter. Ajanu lambito bhujau kanaka vadato sankirtane ka pitaro kamalaya taksho vishwambharo dvijavaro yugadharma palo vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro. So Ajanu lambita bhujau. Bhuja means arms. Ajanu lambita, very, very tall, very, very long. Kanaka vadato. Kanak means gold, no? Color of the gold. Complexion is gold. So it says, I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, whose arms extend down to their knees. That's one sign of a transcendental personality. Arms extend down to knees. Who have complexions like molten gold, and who inaugurated the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Their eyes resemble the petals of a lotus flower. They are the maintainers of the living entities, the best of the Brahmanas, the protectors of religious principle for this age, the benefactors of the universe, and most merciful of all incarnations. So, if we can meditate on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body like that, Ajana Lambita Bhujo Kanaka Vadato, right? So, or we can meditate on Lord Rishabh's body like this, that it was symmetrical, it was proportion, and he has a beautiful smile. He was so handsome that he even attracted the heart of the married woman. Krishna can do that. Krishna can do that. So, the bottom line is, try to differentiate between what is spiritual and what is material. And then try to develop attachment for something which is spiritual. Try to take care of what is material, but don't develop attachment. Attachment is for Krishna. Naminishra Prabhu taught me one thing: give your heart to Krishna. Can be very, we can roam around in the world for ourselves or for others in a very cordial manner, but don't give your heart to the world. It belongs to Krishna, because it needs to go back there. Okay, it needs to be plugged in that particular feature. Any questions, reflections, realizations, or corrections? Or we go to today's demon.
Mataji, okay, small issue. Yesterday one file was uploaded, Mataji. 5.5.30. The date was inadvertently put as May. Month. Shall we, just for information, I think Sureka Mataji can correct it. Did you get my point?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
it is
Prabhu. Sorry for
recording.
Yes, why? Sorry. No, suddenly yesterday I was not well. I